Elaine Harvey here from Lullababy SOS, and today I thought I'd share with you something that I share to most of my clients while I'm in consultation with them, and that has to do with the white noise that parents use. Often I go into homes and I see parents using all sorts of white noises, whether or not it's an app on the phone, it's a white noise machine, the Lula dolls, the shushes, the several different types of white noises that parents will use. Over the years, I've gone through a couple of different ones, but I've been pretty consistently using the same one for about 2 years now, and I actually use this one to help me fall asleep during the day if I'm having a daytime sleep after an overnight consultation or something like that. The reason I tend to recommend this app is because often with some of the white noises that parents use, they can be quite loud and quite aggressive and can kind of get to you sometimes. You know, I've definitely seen parents that are so completely and utterly over the sound of their white noise and are quite relieved when I show this app to them. The other thing is that a lot of the machines that we have, or some of the white noises, they have a time limit on them, and I prefer that if you're going to use white noise, and I certainly do recommend using some form of noise that buffers out outside noise. So white noise or noise that you use in your child's room is basically to help buffer out sudden noises outside the environment, help them fall asleep in a state that's not completely silent, because it can be very difficult to maintain that level of silence throughout their sleeps. Often I recommend using your white noise for the full duration of their daytime nap so that it doesn't turn off after 20 minutes, or that we use it completely overnight. Like most of the time with single babies, I tend to use the white noise overnight while you're still feeding overnight time, but I turn it on lower than what it's on during the day, because the external environment is generally quieter overnight time than it is during the day. So I tend to keep that noise lower overnight than I would during the day. Once your baby's sleeping through the night, I generally start lowering it down, and then turning it off. The only reason I would recommend keeping the white noise on overnight time would be if you have siblings sharing a room together, or if you're living, close to a main road where the early morning traffic kicks off quite early and you can hear that can cause dramas. Here in Coolangatta, sometimes I've got parents living quite close to the airport, so the first flight's arriving in at 6 o'clock in the morning, or I think it's slightly earlier actually. Or if you live out in the country and you have the kookaburras and wildlife going off just before dawn. So sometimes using your white noise at those throughout the night will help buffer out those noises. Now, to let you know the app that I use, this app is available on both Android and on iTunes. It is a completely free app, okay? I'm not getting any benefits from recommending this to you, but I always see parents having about 5 different white noise apps on their phone. So it's this one. This is the one that I recommend. It's called Relax Melodies, okay? Now, Relax Melodies has a couple of different tunes on it, okay? So if we have a look here, all of these, I'll go back. All of these tunes that you can see right here are free, okay? And it will have continuous play for you, and you can mix and match your own tunes. You can basically DJ your own track. These ones with the red and blue, they are your paid for tunes, but seriously, there are so many on this that you don't need to pay for your own tunes. So I tend to blend it, and I blend 2 noises and a melody. So the noises that I tend to use would be something like storm, heavy rain, icy snow, highway, oscillating fan, and I tend to blend those, and then I put a melody on. So I put a melody like the butterfly melody, which just loops through that little bit of a tune. Or my other favorite one is this one, Eternity. So they're my two favorites, but I have had parents who love to use Brahms lullabies or monk chant. Now, when I'm setting up a tune on this, what I do is I pick a tune. Now up here you've got your volume. So you can actually set this volume at whatever you want for each of your different tunes that you put on. So I put Eternity on. I usually put that on to about 20-25%. You can use, say, your oscillating fan, or I like, where is it? Storm. So I tend to put Storm, and I put that up at 100%. You can see here it's already up to the 100%. I'll just take the underwater off. So Storm goes on at 100%, and then I go Heavy Rain. And Heavy Rain's quite low down, so I usually put Heavy Rain down at about 20-25%. So you can see, you can listen to that tune, and it's actually a lot more soothing, a lot more relaxing than listening to your stark white noise. Now I would generally have that about 2 clicks higher during the day than I would at night time. But it's just to be something that will drown out the external noise, not something that they get kind of fixated on. So like whenever you put on, say if you were to put one tune on by itself, like Ocean, I hear the ocean quite often. And one of the things that I hate about listening to a noise like that is you start to focus in on the lapping noise, or, you know, if you're listening to the heavy rain by itself, that can become, you tend to focus in on it. And the point of white noise is that it drowns out and you're not focusing on the noise. So I tend to try and use a white noise that's relaxing. And then I'll put it on just before the naps, let it play the whole way through the naps, and then let it play all the way through the night and gradually start cutting it out over night time. When, like I said, when you use this, use it on airplane mode so you don't get any other noises come through your phone. But I hope that is a useful tip for you guys, and I will be posting some more tips over the coming weeks. Take care. Bye.